1. Pantera live in Pittsburgh 2025, heaviest tour setlist, rare songs and epic pyro. 2. Pantera 2025 tour, revived metal legends perform at Blossom Music Center. 1. Pantera live in Pittsburgh 2025, heaviest tour setlist, rare songs and epic pyro. Get ready for an unforgettable experience. The much anticipated heaviest tour of the summer kicked off with a bang on Tuesday night at the Pavilion at Star Lake, featuring the legendary bands Pantera, Amon Amarth and SNAFU. This concert not only met expectations but exceeded them, delivering a night filled with powerful performances and electrifying energy. Pantera, the iconic groove metal band, launched their tour at this venue after a series of rehearsals. They had previously opened for Metallica and participated in various festivals, including a memorable appearance at Ozzy Osbourne's final show on July 5. Originally disbanded in 2003, Pantera faced the tragic loss of their beloved members, guitarist Dimebag Darrell in 2004 and drummer Vinnie in 2018. However, in 2022, singer Phil Anselmo and bassist Rex Brown decided to reunite the band. They welcomed two longtime friends, guitarist Zakk Wylde, known for his work with Black Label Society and Ozzy Osbourne, and drummer Charlie Benante from Anthrax, to complete the lineup. Since then, they have been on an extensive tour, including a stop at Star Lake in 2023. This time, the band surprised fans by shaking up their setlist, teasing the addition of some new old songs. Anselmo expressed the challenge of balancing fan favorites with lesser-known tracks, saying, "You want to play all the awesome songs. You do. You want to play them, but there's certain songs, man." The concert kicked off with a fiery performance of Hellbound, a track that hadn't been played live since 2001, complete with flames shooting from the stage. Anselmo dedicated the performance to Dime and Vinnie, stating, "Everything we do is for Dime and Vinnie Paul," before diving into two more heavy-hitting songs, 5 Minutes Alone and Strength Beyond Strength. Zakk Wylde brought his unique flair to the stage, opting not to replicate Dimebag's solos note for note but instead honoring them in his own distinctive style. The song, A New Level, featured a delightfully sludgy riff, while Mouth for War had a slightly slower tempo yet maintained its powerful impact. Another live rarity, God, Electric, made a comeback after a long hiatus since 2001, with Anselmo even adding a guitar solo of his own towards the end. He humorously remarked, "I might need some more acts in the monitor, I couldn't hear the hot licks." The band also played Tens from their 1996 album, The Great Southern Trendkill, for the very first time, showcasing a moody atmosphere complemented by candid videos of Dimebag while Wylde delivered a captivating solo. As the concert progressed, a squealing guitar signaled the start of Becoming, with the audience enthusiastically singing along to the chorus. This energy continued into the next song, I'm Broken, which concluded with the intense drum outro from By Demons Be Driven. The haunting intro of This Love resonated well during the heavier sections, although it felt a bit disjointed during the quieter moments. The final, new, old song, I'll Cast a Shadow, also hadn't been performed since 2001, and Anselmo seemed to revel in the overwhelming sound. He remarked, "In the middle of this song is one of the heaviest things we've ever written, so I expect you to act accordingly." With explosive pyro and blaring strobe lights, the band transitioned into Cowboys from Hell, leading into their arguably biggest hit, Walk. Despite not receiving much radio play during their original run, the powerful riff had the crowd roaring, with members of Amon Amarth and SNAFU joining in on the chorus. The medley of Domination, Hollow, kicked off with Brown's bass and Benante's drums, creating a sound reminiscent of a buzzsaw. There was no encore break, but Anselmo introduced the song that fans had eagerly anticipated, in Hostile. He stated, "One song, when, expletive, gets bad, you can put this one little tune on, and it is awesome to vent to." This song served as a cathartic conclusion to the night, although the ending felt somewhat abrupt without an encore, until Anselmo treated the audience to a few bars of Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. Amon Amarth, the Swedish melodic metal band, paid homage to their roots with a set rich in Norse mythology. Their elaborate stage setup featured massive statues flanking a Viking helmet-shaped drum riser, along with a mural depicting a horde of warriors. The performance included appearances by Viking warriors engaged in sword fights and waving flags, with lead singer Johan Hegg wielding a massive hammer reminiscent of Thor's. The band's anthemic songs explored themes of Viking lore, including shield walls and their Viking way of life. In a surprising twist, Hegg commanded the audience to sit down and pretend to row a boat, a unique request that had the crowd complying with enthusiasm. Musically, Amon Amarth showcased their precision and tightness, with drummer Zakk Wylde particularly shining with his impressive double bass work. SNAFU, a band signed to Anselmo's Housecore Records label, opened the show in Pittsburgh, just as they did in 2023. In their 25-minute set, the Detroit band showcased a blend of punk and old-school thrash metal, with vocal duties shared among their bass player and both guitarists, including Scott Kernow, who sported dreadlocks down to his knees. Tuesday's concert undoubtedly stood out as the heaviest event on Star Lake's 2025 schedule, which is otherwise filled with pop stars, classic rockers, and country acts, with only the Judas Priest, Alice Cooper show posing a slight challenge for the title. Mike Palm, a digital producer for TribLive, also writes music reviews and features. A native of Westmoreland County, he joined the Trib in 2001, where he spent years on the sports copy desk, including a stint as night sports editor. He has been part of the multimedia staff since 2013 and can be reached at mpalm@tribelive.com. 2. Pantera 2025 Tour. Revived metal legends perform at Blossom Music Center. Prepare yourself for an electrifying comeback as the iconic heavy metal band Pantera is set to light up Blossom on July 23 in Northeast Ohio. This news might hit many rock enthusiasts as a bold resurgence in the metal scene, especially given the lengthy silence following their disbandment years ago. Originally formed in Arlington, Texas, Pantera carved out a legendary status over 22 years, boasting 9 studio albums and 5 releases that achieved platinum or better. The band's tragic history includes the loss of guitarist Dimebag Darrell, who was fatally shot on stage in 2004 during a performance with his new band, Damage Plan, and the passing of his brother Vinnie in 2018 due to coronary complications. With these monumental losses, one might have thought that continuing Pantera was off the table, leaving only frontman Phil Anselmo and bassist Rex Brand to fend off the idea of a reunion. But here's where it gets controversial and intriguing. In the summer of 2022, whispers began circulating that Anselmo and Brand were assembling a new lineup to revive the band for touring the following year. In an unexpected twist, they pulled in none other than legendary Ozzy Osbourne guitarist and Black Label Society frontman Zakk Wylde, along with Anthrax drummer Charlie Benante. This reformed version of Pantera made its unexpected return in December 2022 at festivals across South America and Mexico, with a few dates where Rex Brand was temporarily replaced by Derek Engman due to COVID, wowing fans and reigniting debates among the metal community. Since that pivotal moment, Pantera has graced stages at Metallica's M72 concerts and performed in Europe. More recently, they appeared alongside Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne at the Back to the Beginning festival in England, paving the way for their first North American tour in 14 years, which now brings them to Blossom Music Center. Before their performance at the festival, Charlie Benante hinted at a fresh twist in their musical set. He explained, "We're changing up the set a lot on this one. Some of the old faves might be in the mix, while others might be left out. Since many people have seen us with Metallica, we wanted to present something new." His excitement shines through as he adds, "Being part of the Pantera resurrection is nothing short of a gift. Playing in these massive stadiums with these incredible guys is a joy, and every moment is truly unforgettable." Yet, not everyone is on board with the revival. Some critics argue that without the Abbott brothers, Pantera's essence is compromised. Benante addresses these concerns head-on, dismissing the negativity by saying, "We've faced our share of criticisms, but the positive energy from our fans far outweighs the negative chatter. When we see the audience's excitement as they rediscover these songs, it reaffirms that this isn't about replacing the past, it's a celebration of the music and the legacy left by the original members. After all, Phil and Rex have been part of Pantera for so long, it truly is their band, too." Delving into the musical nuances, Benante shares that his role now involves a more thoughtful approach compared to his work with Anthrax. His initial over-enthusiasm in replicating the beats has softened as he learned to capture Vinnie Paul's signature style. I found that I needed to hold back a bit, not overplaying, as I mastered these classic tracks. With Rex guiding the rhythm and urging us to maintain the groove, I quickly realized that a restrained approach best honors the original sound, he explains. Benante emphasizes his commitment to staying true to Paul's style, even setting up his drum kit in a similar configuration to avoid any temptation to stray from tradition. Amid a wave of mostly positive reactions from fans and peers, the band has also weathered controversy. In 2023, Pantera was removed from 2 European festivals after Anselmo's controversial gestures during a 2016 tribute show sparked outrage. Even though Anselmo apologized, arguing that his remarks were misinterpreted as a joke, the incident still stirs heated debate among metal purists. Is it possible for a band with such a complex legacy to move beyond past missteps? And what does this mean for the future of Pantera? Looking ahead, while there are no current plans for a new studio album under the Pantera name, Benante does leave room for the possibility of a live album. In the meantime, his managing responsibilities with both Pantera and Anthrax, a balancing act he successfully performed during the Back to the Beginning festival by playing sets for both bands within just a few hours. Recalling his excitement when the reunion idea first emerged, Benante muses, "I was over the moon when this all came together. Growing up listening to Black Sabbath, I never heard anyone say, 'That's heavy.' It was simply, 'That's Sabbath.' The riffs, the sound, and the imagery just captivated me. Now being part of a band that embodies that intensity is something I'm incredibly proud of and honored to experience." So, what are your thoughts on this reinvented Pantera? Is this a genuine homage to the past, or does it stray too far from the band's original identity? Share your perspective and join the debate in the comments below. Pantera, alongside Amon Amarth, will set the stage at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, July 23, at Blossom Music Center, located at 1145 West Steeles Corners Road in Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. For ticket information, contact 3309208040 or visit livenation.com. Please note, if you purchase any products or register through links on our site, we might receive compensation. By using our site, you agree to our user agreement and privacy policy, which govern how your interactions and personal information are handled.